What's up, y'all? Sean Master Lee.
And Lulu.
All right, y'all. Gameplay footage for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, I got a bit of a bone to pick with the internet because after we posted our reaction to the Shadows announcement trailer, the big reveal, right?
Yeah.
That, like everyone, you know, when we were watching, like, oh, that's cool. And then they revealed that the samurai was a black dude. We're like, what? Right? It was that reaction. But a lot of people interpret that as, you guys are just like us. We hate this game. We hate it because they took a game that should have been about Japan and they put in a black dude and it's like no longer about Japan. I'm like, you guys way overinterpreted like our reaction, right? And not to say that I don't think representation matters. If you knew me, in fact, I'm going to give you a little bit of history about me. Right? I grew up in Asia, so you know, Asian people, I love them. Right?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, when I was in college, I was the Asian Student Union president, and after college, I was the president of the local chapter of like the Asian club or whatever you call it, OCA, yeah, something like that, right? So, like to me, it was always important to be out there evangelizing represent us Asians, and so yeah, you know, I can see why people go like, well, it's a Japanese game. Why even put in a black guy to begin with? But here's the two things, right? Number one, you haven't even seen what the game is about. You have no idea how big of a role this guy plays, or if maybe the female is the main character, right? Because there's two characters. So I'm not going to judge it just based off of what I saw like that. That to me is like just people gunning for your throat for no fucking reason, right? So that's already one thing. But number two, it doesn't take away from the rest of the game, which represents everything Japanese, right? If anything, it could be an interesting take that character, you know, has experienced that from an outsider and like what it means. It could have potentially more impact.
Meaningful.
Now, that being said, because I feel like the gameplay still matters a lot more. The game has to be great. I don't want like a lot of Asian representation if the game's a shit. Like I don't want to be represented with that game, right? So it's hard for me to judge all that at this point, but we'll see. Right? Maybe the storyline ends up being one of those, you know, Westerners come in and they got to save us Asian people, in which case I would freaking hate that. Like there's too much of that kind of
history.
Yeah, history of that stuff when, you know what, you just wait for the next century. In any case, there's gameplay footage here, so let's check that out to see if they hold up their end of the bargain for that.
All right.
Because if that sucks, you know what? I could have given it a black guy lead or an Asian gal. I'm not going to play it and I'm not going to buy it.
That's so true, though.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You ready to do this?
I'm ready.
By the way, here's some wicked wild stories about Vegas. You got to check out my channel.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show.
No, that's an Asian lady. Beautiful game, though. Really beautiful.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather?
Age, woman.
War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
I do not fear our enemy. They talk of peace and dream of war. Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path now, eh? Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
People so quick to abuse their
All right, there's Samurai
do
Jack.
not deserve to keep it.
Oh.
Ouch. Dude, strong.
There's much we will learn from each other, Yasuke.
You can see when two people fit, when they will be better together.
There is no honor in preying on the weak.
Damn, he is strong. Oh, that's so badass. The bamboo and everything.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
Oh, it's just black and white mode. I will say black, Asian, or white. Ubisoft knows how to make trailers. But so, this has got me thinking even more, right? I care more if all the different actors that they hire, if this is all set in Japan, they better have a lot of Japanese people. Don't even tell me it's like, oh, no, we have Asian people. Like, no. It's set in Japan.
Yeah,
Get
it's in
Japanese
Japan.
people. I have a bigger issue with that. I can't tell you how many roles, right, where, like, you've been paying make-believe characters, and I've seen this in the game industry, so I've seen this a lot, right? It's like fake world, fake everything. And you look at all the voice actors, I'm like, where's the Asian person being hired? Like, you can't, I'm not trying to hire an Asian person who sounds like an Asian person. It's an alien world. Like, there's no diversity there. There's no diversity in the people doing all the voices for this kind of stuff. That's a much, much bigger issue. That being said, I have no idea what it's like for this game. The gameplay here looks...
Would that convince you to play this game?
Not sure yet, honestly. Problem with the gameplay is if you just show it like that, it doesn't actually convey how it plays. Like if there's
The
new
movement
mechanics,
and
yeah. Because honestly, like games like this look so good today, they can make everything look cinematic that it makes it look, ooh, that looks so smooth. But the controls suck, and Assassin's Creed games, honestly, the controls have never sucked. Haven't sucked in a long time. Their biggest problem is simply that it just plays like the last game. Not enough innovation. That's a bigger issue.
Right.